Here's an AI trading bot I built with Claude. Over the last 7 months, Ethereum fell 44%. This bot finished up 14.5. Look at the line. It sidesteps every single crash. If I stopped the video right here, you'd be asking me for the code. So let me be honest with you instead. This bot is worthless, and being able to prove that is the whole point of this video. Here's the trick I just played on you. I took a simple strategy and let a computer try thousands of parameter combinations until it found the one that fit this exact price history best. Of course, it dodged the crashes. I tuned it on the crashes. So I ran the honest version. Fitted on the first half of the data, then tested on the second half it had never seen. On the data it knew, it made nearly 28%. On the data it didn't, it lost 11. The edge was never real. It was just memory. That's the most common lie in AI trading content, a beautiful backtest fit to the past, sold to you as the future. So, for the real experiment, I gave myself one rule. Nothing counts unless it survives data the bot has never seen. Then I built a setup that enforces it. So I built a machine to enforce that rule, and the whole thing fits in one diagram. Real Hyperliquid price data goes in on the left. Every hourly candle for Bitcoin and Ethereum, 208 days of it. Claude writes 3 strategies as exact, frozen rules. Those rules, plus 3 dumb baselines to beat, all run through one single backtest engine. Same data, same fees, same slippage, no exceptions. Out the other side comes one number per strategy. No live demo, no cherry picking. The same inputs always produce the same answer. Now, why go to all this trouble for the data? Because this is the exact part those other videos skip. The typical AI bot video runs a live demo for a few days, catches a lucky green week, and calls it proof. A few days of luck is not evidence. I replayed 208 days of real prices, hour by hour, crashes included. So the test sees good markets and bad. Not just the week that flattered it. The data is the experiment. Everything else is just plumbing. And why one rigid engine instead of a custom script per strategy? 2 reasons, and they're the whole credibility of this channel. First, fairness. Claude proposes the rules, but it doesn't get to build its own backtester or move the goalposts. Every strategy, Claude's and the baselines, runs through the identical engine, so nobody grades their own homework. Second, reproducibility. Same code plus the same candles gives the same number, forever. And the engine is event-driven. It only ever sees the bars up to now, so it physically cannot peek at the future. You can clone this and get my exact numbers to the decimal. A live demo can never be checked. That's the difference between a measurement and a magic trick. Here's what Claude gave me. 3 classic, fully mechanical strategies, a breakout trend follower, a buy-the-dip mean reversion, and a momentum system. Pure price data. No news, no sentiment, no vibes. I froze them exactly as written. From here, Claude doesn't get a vote. The data does. And at first it looks promising. Before costs, 2 of the 3 actually made money on Bitcoin. The dip buyer up 8%, the momentum bot up 7.5%. This is the moment a normal video hits upload. Claude built a bot that beats the market. But notice what we haven't done yet. We haven't paid for a single trade. Now add the real costs, the exchange fee, and the slippage you actually pay every time you trade. And these bots trade a lot, 70, 90 times. Each trade takes a small bite, and the bites add up. Watch. That 8% gain turns into a 4% loss. The momentum bot, a 2.5% loss. Every strategy that looked alive before costs is underwater after them. Nothing finished green on either coin. Now, a clever editor would point right here and say, the best bot lost 2.5%, while just holding Bitcoin lost 29. Technically, the bot beat the market. But look at how it did it. It beat the market by sitting in cash while everything fell. In a crash, doing nothing looks like genius. Beating a falling market is not the same as making money. Those are 2 different questions, and you have to ask both. One more check. I built 200 random bots, same amount of time in the market, just random timing, and the best Claude strategy beat 84% of them. So it's not pure luck, there's a faint signal in there. But better than random and still losing money is not an edge you would ever risk a real dollar on. So here's the fair verdict. Claude can absolutely write plausible, sensible trading strategies, and the most telling part is that each one failed in exactly the way Claude said it would. The trend bot got chopped up going sideways. The dip buyer caught a falling knife. The rules were honest. On this data, the market just didn't pay. What this doesn't prove is that AI can't trade, only that 200 days of one falling market isn't enough to hand you a proven edge. That's a measurement problem, and it's fixable. Before the takeaway, here's what this test honestly can't tell you yet, and why this is a roadmap, not a final verdict on AI trading. The biggest limit is data. Hyperliquid's public feed caps every request at 5,000 candles, and on the 1-hour time frame, that's all you get, about 200 days. Those 200 days happen to be a down market. That's a small sample in a single regime, nowhere near enough to conclude an AI can't trade. More data, a longer history, bull and sideways markets too, means more statistical confidence. And it's genuinely possible some of these strategies look better with it. Honestly, thin data could be part of why the returns are weak. On top of that, I didn't model funding. And these are long or cash only. No leverage, no shorting. None of that flips today's result, but it's exactly what the next videos fix, a full history engine across every regime. So take this as a strong method on a thin sample, the foundation everything I test from here builds on. If you take one thing from this, take the checklist. Before you trust any AI trading bot, ask it 4 questions. Does it beat buy and hold and finish positive? Does it survive real fees? Does it beat a random bot? And does it do all of that on data it has never seen? Claude's bots passed some of those. None passed all 4. And the bot that looked perfect failed everyone. And because a measurement you can't check is just my word, everything's in the description. The data, the 3 strategies, the engine, even the exact prompt I gave Claude. Clone the repo, run one command, and you'll get these same numbers. If I got something wrong, you'll be able to prove it. That's the deal. I'll keep running these honestly. The green results and the red ones. So if that's the kind of testing you want more of, subscribe, and I'll keep building the bots and breaking them.